Okay. See, before we do this also, I will just ask you one thing that you should remember is, this basic, see, today we are going to look at the basic concept of breakthrough in pawn endings. Okay. So I hope this standard, very standard thing, how to win this if white to play. You know how to win this if white to play?
Yes, sir, you sacrifice 2 pawns.
Yeah, right. And how do you go about it?
A6.
A6?
Okay,
No.
no. C6.
Huh?
Wait.
Which one? Everyone send me your moves. What will you do? You must know this. Type your move to me. A6, B6 or C6? Okay, Srushti, Madhura, I have got your answers. What about Nandan and Ramnath? Come on, quickly. Ramnath, okay, and Nandan? You have forgotten, looks like. And even Madhura got it. Thoda sa confusion, but correct answer is B6, not C6. This you should know it. And how does it proceed? So let us say if black kills like this, then what will move you will make?
A6.
A6 now, the other side, whichever way black kills the other side, because he will kill this and you have got clear path.
Yes.
And if he does not kill it, then anyway you are going to kill it and get a clear path. And what if black had killed this?
Now C6.
Yeah, now C6, because if you allow him to kill and then you push this pawn, right? This you should never forget. This should come just like this. Never ever make any mistake. Okay. So if this you know, then we are going to the other. Just 1 second. I'm just getting a call. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Hey, sorry about that. So okay, so once we know this, right, now let us go to some breakthrough this ones. Okay, so let us look at this pawn, this position. Okay, it looks, what does it look at the outset? Right, at the outset, what you will notice? You will notice that black has got an outside pass.
Black has a pass pawn.
Right, pass pawn, and that's so it's outside compared to this, right? And white's king is tied up defending it, right? So if you just apply the basic theory, then what do you think? It should be black should be winning this. The other side pawns are all equal, right?
Yeah.
Right, but that is where the concept of breakthrough comes in. Okay, so all things being equal, everything else was equal, then yes, then it would have been, if white pawns were not advanced, if they were at the same similar squares as black's pawns. Okay, they were they were at say E3, B2, C2, and D3 here, which is like 2 steps behind. Each pawn was 2 steps behind. Okay, then it would have been perfectly symmetrical on this side, on the queen side, and black should have won that. But white's pawns, all the 4 pawns are advanced 2 squares each compared to black's pawns. Okay, and that can give, so breakthrough is possible only when you have a advantage in space, not just as in space control, but your pawns are more advanced, because it is all based on you being able to reach, even after sacrificing some pawns, you being able to reach the queening square much faster than the other. Even if you reach one move earlier, that is enough to win, right? Finally, you queen and the other one goes on to the 7th rank, that's enough, because you will now, after that, you will move the queen and simply gobble up the pawns. So that is where the principle of breakthrough is involved, and it can make surprising things. So in this position, actually it is white who can win.
Also, is it like c5 and then black takes, then b takes c5, and then d6?
Yeah, so I mean something like that. So let us see, let us explore what happens here, right? Let us explore. So what happens is white to play here. Okay,
C5.
Either b5 or c5. Let us put c5. What is the idea here? If can black take the pawn?
So if it does, then it will be a loss.
Then it will be a
loss.
It will be a loss, because if he takes it, you will take it. Now using
And
these
then
2 pawns, next move you are going to push this. Whether he takes it or not, you are going to push it, and the king cannot come. Right? King cannot reach in time. Whatever it is, even if you take it, the king is not reaching. If you don't take it, then also the king is not reaching. So black cannot take it. Right? Black cannot take it.
Yeah.
Can he push any other pawn? There are only 2 pawns for him to push. Can he push this?
No.
No, because you will take this and it is.
Yeah.
Okay, what about, can he push this 1 square? No.
No.
Because you will take
It
this.
takes. Yeah.
Yeah, and after this again you are going through. Can he push 2 squares? No, because you will do apasa.
No, apasa.
And same thing. So he cannot push, you play c5, he cannot push any of the pawns. Neither can he exchange. So what can he do? He can try coming back with the king. Right?
Yeah.
Now push the other pawn. Can he take it still?
No.
If he takes with the a pawn, then
C5, C6.
Then c6.
Because takes, then is
If he
E6.
takes, then a pawn is running.
Yeah.
If he doesn't take, then also a pawn will run, or he will kill this and run. Right? What if he takes this?
Then D6.
Then b6. If he takes it, then this pawn is running, and
Yes.
king still cannot catch it. King cannot catch it. Right? So if he takes, if he takes d takes c5, then also you put b6, and if he doesn't take it, then also you are going to think, no matter what, right? If he pushes this pawn also, it is running, and if he doesn't do anything anyway, you will threaten to take it. So black can still not take any of the pawns, right? So actually I will promote this, So king g4, then b5. A b5 is not possible actually. B c5 is also not possible. So a b5. Now only thing that you can do is you can go back to the king. Either here, or you can, maybe you can go here, right? Because you want to reach, whichever way. Doesn't make too much of a difference. King f4. Now what do you do?
B6.
B6, correct. Now is B6.
Yeah.
Now, so can he
takes? If takes, then C6.
If you take it, then yeah, you are very right. C6 is important. Okay, because not take this pawn, because if you take this pawn, then king is catching. Then you go here. Actually, it's not catching.
No, it's not catching.
So that is why what? Okay, let's go back. Maybe King F5 is better. King F5 is better because then. So maybe King F5 should be the right move here, and then you play B6, and if he takes this, right? You take this, you cannot. Oh, you can still.
No, you can. Yeah. No, King F6.
King F6. Yeah. King F6, not here.
Then D7.
Then you go here, then you reach here, and then you're
D7.
right. Yeah, you are right.
Yeah.
So King F5 is correct, and then you cannot do this. So but instead, C takes B6, then you can push this. Because now it is running in 2 squares, so King will not be able to catch, and he cannot go here. So even if you take it, then also you are not able to reach. King is not able to reach.
Oh no.
Right? King cannot.
No, it can't.
Oh, wait.
Okay, now B takes A takes.
You should not do this. You should take
yeah.
Sorry, A takes B6. Correct?
Oh.
Right? So let us just go back. B6, and we said C takes B6. Okay, C takes B6, then you don't do C takes D6. You don't take
C6 now, right?
C6.
Yeah. You should do C6. You should do C6, and this will be the right C6. Because now no matter what, if he takes this, then you are pushing this. If he takes this, then you are taking B6 and running through. And if nothing else, then King cannot come in. So C6 is the right move, right? And B takes C6, then A takes B6.
Yeah.
A takes B6, right? Any other options exist for the king? After this, you are pushing B6. He cannot push this pawn. Can he push this? Then also you take this. Because
B pawn is running.
Right? So, right? So just to get C5, we said pawn cannot be captured because otherwise you will get a majority where it is going to run through. So the king comes, the other pawn captures, even that you cannot capture because otherwise you are going to get you are going to create a breakthrough. So king goes to F6, then now you go B6. See this pattern you remember whenever in such pawns. So you try to undermine the base of the pawn chain. So black is trying to hold you, but now you are already attacking the front, then you also attack the base of the pawn. And many times this is the right move or the good move. So remember this. Okay. So C takes B6. So this was a wonderful thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we have seen one. Now let us see another one. Again, this position, black has got a, where is black? Black is this side. So white king is on F6, black king is on E4, very close to these pawns to capture. Black has got an outside pawn, but white has got a queenside majority, and white's pawns are more advanced. That is what I think you have to just put it all the plus and minus. So you have to evaluate. It is not equal position, because equal position and you have got an outside pass pawn, obviously you are winning. Here there are two things that are there unequal to make it. One is black king is very close to the white's pawn, but white has got a pawn majority on the queen side. But black has got a advanced, what you call outside pass pawn, but white's pawns are advanced. So both things finally what it means, and white took play. Okay. So again, white will use the theme of breakthrough. Obviously, the first move will be not so. It is one of the two moves, so obviously you have to.
C5.
C5. C5. Remember, in this thing, whenever you are creating a breakthrough, finally you should create a breakthrough away from the black king. So right. So A5 cannot be the move. A5, if you do it, then you will take it, and then if you push this pawn also, and then something happens, you will be, this king is
King
much
D5.
closer here rather than here. So that is why you have to do this. Now, can black take it? Black has to take it. If black does not take it, then what happens?
The pawn on C6, C7, C8.
If black does come here, does not take it, then very simple. Push the pawn
Yeah,
and
C6, C7.
this is a win for you, because the black king can never take this pawn. You can aram say gobble up the pawn and then come up with your king and then run through. In fact, now itself the king will not even able to reach, right? But assume that yeah, I think this itself, pawn c6 itself is enough, right? So he can never do that. So black has to capture it, right? Black has to capture it.
A5.
Now a5, correct. a5 is correct. And now black will obviously play king to d5. So king to d5. Now
B6.
if you play b6, let us see what happens.
Yeah, takes and king C6.
Takes. No, if you take it, then anyway it is very
6.
simple,
Actually,
but he will not take
it's
it.
A6.
He will play a6, and then king will go here, and now a7, and king can still catch it, right? So you cannot do this, but
A6.
what you can play a6. A6 is important.
And then B6. If it takes, then A pawn runs.
Now, see, first thing is that now black king cannot come here. He can come here, but it's not going to be useful. So what he can do, maybe you can push c4, right?
Yeah.
You can push c4. But now you play
B6.
So now if the king comes here,
Now takes.
And a B7.
b7.
No,
But
if takes, then king B7.
No, sir, right should have taken.
Oh, wait, not
Right should
here.
have taken.
Then b will take a7.
Ah, pawn, sorry.
You cannot go to B7.
Because b7 is not helping. b7, king c7 is black is winning.
Sorry.
But he takes a7. Now the king cannot come here also, and that is the reason why it is losing, right? So c4, then b6. Then if king c6, then you simply take it, and if he takes it, then you come here. It's not helping, right? Want to see it again right from the beginning? c5, b takes c5, otherwise c6 is happening and winning. So b takes c5. Now you play a5. King has to come to d5. Then you play a6. See, always remember in pawn endgames. See, otherwise I don't suggest that you advance the pawns. In fact, in pawn endgames also, sometimes you have to be careful. But in everything else being finally, in these cases, if your pawns are more advanced, then you have definite advantage. Okay, advanced pawns have definite advantage. So in this case, just because the pawn is already on a6 creates lots of threats, because now c4 and now b6, no matter what, now you are winning, right? King c6 and b takes a7. Okay, any questions? Shall we go to the next one?
Yes.
Next one, breakthrough. Now it is, actually it is, I think I have made it wrong. It should be black to play. Let me see if it is. Yo, orientation white. I think I have made it wrong. So let me, from here only I can add a chapter. The same thing, and it is black to play actually. Let me add it and create chapter, and Normal analysis, right? Okay, fine. And this one I will delete it. Okay. So here, look at it, and it is black to play. Idea is same, breakthrough.
F4.
F4. Now, let us look at all possibilities. Okay. If E takes F4, then
H4.
H2.
H4 is correct. Now,
No, sir, this is a loss, right?
hmm?
Isn't this a loss because now G takes H4?
G takes
If you
H4,
take, then G3.
Then G3.
G3. G3. Because now no matter what you do, the E pawn is queening.
Okay.
Right? So if you don't take the H pawn, then if you just wait, then next move H3 is coming and then black is winning. Because after taking also it is there, and otherwise also it is running through. Right? So threat from black is H3. So actually you are forced to take it in this case. Correct? You cannot do anything else. This. Now if you take it, it is take and black is queening. Right? So F4 is correct. And E takes F4. If E takes F4, then H4, correct. Okay, so this so far is good. But what if E does not take F4? What if black to play, right? No. What did we say? Oh, no. F4. What if G takes F4?
Is an H4. H4.
Then also H4. Why? Because H3 is coming.
Because H3 is coming. Yeah.
And then you cannot stop it. Whatever you do, it cannot stop it, and the pawn is coming. Right? Right? So F4. Okay, what if white plays something like this? Then
H4. H4.
Yeah, H4, correct.
Oh, yes.
King D5, then actually H4. Now, what is the idea behind H4?
If you take, then G3.
White takes, then G3.
If you take it, then G3, correct. See, remember the pattern. Now, if you take the G pawn, then
F takes E3.
F takes E3. It will come to the same problem earlier, I think.
Oh.
No?
So
F3.
F3.
No. Wait. Not. No. It is. Yeah, I think. No, this is still winning, I think, right? F takes E3 is also winning, I think. Because you can't catch up with the pawn.
Yeah, there is pawn on E4.
Right? Or you could have even done this, and even this is winning. F3 is also winning. Right?
Yeah.
So if you do, take it, and then also king cannot catch it. and f takes e3 also was winning. So h4, then g takes h4, we saw it is leading to a win for black. G4, gh4, then g3. So what if black does not take it and black takes this pawn?
Oh, then h3.
h3.
No, h3.
h3, then white will take this.
No, g takes h3.
G
takes h3, then king will come here. And now if you come here, king is reaching just in time.
Oh.
So h4, then king takes e4.
F takes g3.
F takes g3. Then
F takes g3.
what do you do? No. You don't have to go to f takes g3. Wait, if you do f takes g3, then you will play h3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, F takes g3, then g3.
Yeah, I will play king to f4.
No, G takes F2.
No. This is going through, right?
Yeah, this is winning.
So F takes G. What did we say? H4. King takes E4, and then H3 if you play.
No,
H3 we saw, sir. H3 we saw right now.
H3 will win.
No,
sir.
It will not win, right? We said this.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So H3, then we can take it, right? G takes H3.
Yeah, that is the loss.
G takes H3, king F3 is coming. So that is why. So king takes E4, then H3 is not working actually, right? So not H3, something else.
Yes, sir. F takes G3.
F takes G3.
F takes G3. F takes G3, then also if I take it,
H3.
H3, I take it. You take it. I come here. You come here. I reach.
That's also.
Okay.
So not F takes G3. Sorry, not. What did we say? Not F takes G3. Correct.
So F3.
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 F3 is correct. Undermining this one. Now, key thing is that king cannot take it. That's the whole point. If white pawn takes it, now H3 is winning. Right? Because you take too much time to. Now king is not reaching. So F3, then G takes F3 is not working. What else is working? Nothing else. Because if you do something like this, then anyway this will win. Right? So F3 is actually the winning move. Because after F3, what do you do? You have to take G takes F3. Right? G takes F3 and then we got H3. Right? So let's go back and see where we started with. First move, we played F4. I think you can also play H4 because of the symmetrical position. Probably, but this is F4 is definitely better because it creates a passed pawn on the. Finally, the breakthrough is the farther away from the white king, right? So F4 is definitely much more thematic. So and then we said that E takes F4 or G takes F4 is not helping because H4 was coming. So we said king to D5, king to D5. Then we said H4, and now we looked at we looked at two things. One is G takes H4 we looked at, and we did not look at G takes F4. Why? Because this one was very simply, right? So that's why we did not look at. But G takes H4 we looked at, and there G3 was coming, undermining, and then same thing, F takes G3, then F takes E3 was also winning, or F3 was also winning, both of them. These was also winning. So this is the reason, right? While after H4, G pawn taking either of the pawns does not help. What about E takes F4? That also does not help because you have got the H3 breakthrough here, right? So E takes F4 also does not help. And anything else does not help, because if you do this, then it is a very simply only, it is just this, right? So all of this is worrying. So because of that, king takes E4, and then F3 is the key move. Because F3 was forcing black to take
G takes F3.
G takes F3, and G takes F3, and then you have got H3.
H3.
Right. So very, I think we looked at one basic and then three examples of breakthrough. How do you know that such a breakthrough is possible? Again, as I said, if your pawns are far more advanced as compared to the opponents, and you have the chance to create finally a passer which is far advanced, then there is a chance, and then you should think about it, right? Otherwise, if everything is equal, then I think that outside pass pawn will win, right? So let us go back. I think this is what was there in the thing. So we looked at all of these, right? We looked at this one also, first position, then we looked at this position, and then C5, we take C5, otherwise C6 and king D6. Here we were looking at, we did not look at one position, I think. Let us go back and see. In second one, C5, we looked at king to D4. That was wrong. I think we should have looked at king to D5, and then C6 and king to D6. But even in this case, because now the pawn is not queening, but white king is able to gobble this pawn, and this king is not able to do anything here because he has to keep a watch on this pawn, and then white king will come all the way back and then win it for him. So I think we missed one move here. King to D5 was the move after playing C5. C5, king to D5 was, after that C6 is straight away winning. That is why actually after C5, B to C5 is important, but we should also see the other thing. King to D5 is a very key move. But okay, we saw that, and then finally we saw this, for which so this position where we said F4 is the big breakthrough. King to D5, E to F4 is not helping. Neither is G to F4 helping. So then we said H4, and then king takes E4, and then F3. F3 was a key move, right? F3. And we said that H3 is bad because G takes F3, G takes H3, and king F3. So this is what it was coming. So this is good. But after F3, G takes F3, H3, and then white is resigning because black is winning, right? So breakthrough is very, very important. We have looked at breakthrough and we spent quite some time on it, but I think it was important because you have to calculate it properly. Sorry. So in the pawn endings, king and pawn against king, king and two pawns. Okay, so I think we have got the themes are different here, but anyway, practice me. But we looked at breakthrough, I think. So fine. I think next week we'll look at the extra space. Today we will do this only, but please revise this with breakthrough. I'm not sure if there are examples of breakthrough in Leach's puzzles. Puzzles, themes. No, breakthrough is not there. Pawn, Pawn endgames, only pawns, rook endgame, bishop and pawn, advanced pawn, one of your. I think advanced pawn, maybe some of the things might be there, but let us see. Attack on f7. Passa, hook mate, no. Passa, no. Promotion on one of your. No, under promotion, no. I think advanced pawn under that theme only, they may be there. Under motifs. I don't know what it is like that. No, I think this is slightly different, but okay. So may not be, but you will find the puzzles in the chess king. So please do that. Okay, but very important to grasp the concept of breakthrough. Okay. All right. Okay.
In the last class of L5.
Sorry.
In the previous class of L5.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I looked at. I think looked at corresponding squares. Corresponding squares is what we looked at. And this position I had given it as part of the puzzle for L4 also. But there were a couple of these other positions. Remember this? This was there. We had discussed also, Adura.
Okay, so you have the recording, right?
I have the recording. I have yet to upload it, but I have the recording.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, but it was about this one. It was about triangulation. Corresponding squares.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I am stopping it then. Any questions?